8b and we've got the equation f of x equals minus x squared plus 2x take 1. Let me double check. Yep. Okay. Minus 1 times minus 1 equals positive 1. What multiplies to give 1 and adds to give 2. X equals, 1x and x. 1x and 1x. So that's what I'm going to use. I've got f of x equals minus x squared plus 1x plus 1x take 1. F of x equals what goes into these first two. Well, x does. And I'm actually going to take the minus out as well. So that's minus, I don't know where I wrote minus 1, minus x outside of x take 1 plus x take 1. And there's a 1 hiding out the front here because then we can be like, well, this is just x take 1 times 1 take x, yeah? Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so now we follow our normal steps. Don't ask me why I did the huge zoom out. Y-intercept, x equals 0. So we've got f of x equals minus 0 squared plus 2 times 0 take 1, which gives us, am I so sure about that? Yes, I am. Okay, negative 1. Right, x-intercept, y equals 0. So I've got 0 equals x take 1, 1 take x. So x equals positive 1 and x equals positive 1. Cool. If you want to know why, let's go through and do that again. X take 1 equals 0, so x equals 1. 1 take x equals 0, so x equals 1 again, because 1 take 1 is 0. Okay, axis of sim, halfway between x's, well, halfway between x, halfway between 1 and 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 over 2, 1. The y coordinate, we just sub that in. Oh, wrong colour. Y coord sub in x. Okay, so we've got f of x equals 1 take 1, 1 take 1. It's going to be 0. Which we knew because the axis of symmetry was exactly at the x-intercepts. And now we're going to sketch, and I'm going to sketch on the right-hand side so we can see all of our work. Sketch. Okay, so the useful bits of information are f of x equals minus 1, these ones, this one and this one. And I should have highlighted them here as well. Useful bits of information. Okay, let's sketch this. I can't even... I don't need anything big. Everything's happening at x equals 1, isn't it? Although, you know what I forgot again, but, would have managed without. I forgot to find the concavity. Is it concave up or down? I always forget this. It's a sad face because minus x squared. Okay, so now let's put our points on. Oh, this is y and this is x. Let's put our points out now. Y-intercept is negative 1, so it's going to go through there. The x-intercept is positive 1, it's going to go through there. And we know it's going to go downwards. Oh, sorry, I should have marked on my axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry is literally through that point, and it's going to turn here and it's going to be a sad face. So we know we're going to go downwards. The other side has to be about the same. There we go. That's what they meant by use symmetry, by the way, because we didn't have another one to put our other line through, but we knew that it was going to have to kind of go down here-ish because it's symmetrical. Okay, Question 9F. I'm going to copy the question, take it with us. So 9F. Let's have a look. They want us to start off by factorising, so factorise. So again, 7 times negative 4 equals negative 28, multiplies to give negative 28, adds to give negative 3. We've got minus 7x and plus 4x, because minus 7 plus 4 is negative 3. So f of x is, oh no, I can use y in this question. Y is 7. Oh! No, don't worry, ignore me. This is the same as y equals negative 4x squared plus 7x take 3. Yeah, I have done this question wrong. Let's have a go again. Glad I've got an eraser that does this. Hides my shame. So I should have done minus 4 times negative 3, which gives me positive 12, times to get positive 12 and adds to get positive 7. Well, positive 4 and positive 3. Positive 4x and positive 3x. So y equals minus 4x squared plus 4x plus 3x take 3. So factorise the first two. I'm going to take negative 4x out the front, negative 4x outside of, well, I've got x minus 1. And then I'm going to take 3 out, x minus 1. The reason I took this negative out, like the reason I knew to take it out straight away, because I could see straight away that this was going to end up as x take 1. And the only way to have this as x take 1 instead of negative x plus 1 was to take that negative out at the start. So you're going to start recognising that with practice, if you haven't already. Which then gives me x take 1, 3 take 4x, or negative 4x plus 3, same diff. Okay, first step, concave. Oh, I remembered. Vert. Well, we've got a negative in front of the x squared, so it's a sad one again. Oh, I've hit a string of sad ones. Y-intercept. We need to do x equals 0, so we've got y equals 0 take 1, 3 take 4 times 0, which gives me negative 1 times 3, because everything else disappears, which gives me negative 3, which you also could have gotten off the main equation up here. It's the only non-x term. It's the only constant term. So x-intercept, we make y equals 0, so I'm going to have 0 equals x take 1, 3 take 4x. Now you might be able to recognise straight away that x equals 1 and x equals positive 3 over 4, but I'm going to go through step by step. You don't have to. So x take 1 equals 0, x equals positive 1, 3 take 4x equals 0, 3 equals 4x. I'm just making sure that it's positive. I could have done negative 4x equals negative 3. Divide by 4, 3 over 4 equals x. Okay, so I have my two values for x. Now I need my axis of symmetry, which is halfway between the x values, or it's minus b over 2a. So I've got x equals halfway between 1 plus 3/4 divided by 2, which should give me 7/8, which is 0.875. That's a calculator job. I left mine at school. The y coordinate, oh, this is going to suck because I don't have a calculator. Sub in that value of x, so I've got y equals 7/8 minus 1, 3 take 4 times 7/8. You have a calculator, it should be fairly simple for you. This is going to give me negative 1/8 times 3 take 4 times 7/8 is 7 on 2. So I've got negative 1/8 times is negative a half, which gives me positive 1/16. Hopefully that's right. I'm going to get rid of all this working out because none of you need to see it. You've got calculators. And I'm just going to stick with my positive 1/16. That's tiny anyway. And now we sketch. So sketch. I'm going to highlight everything I need. So y equals -3 and x-intercepts, x axis of symmetry and the y coordinate of it. I'm not going to draw this beautifully. Oh, I was doing that with a highlighter. Y x. Every time I get nasty fractions like this, I'm like, yeah, I'm out. I'm not doing this nicely. So this is -3. And I'm going to say that this is 1 and this is 3/4. And I'm going to say that this is 7/8. Well, it's halfway between my x-intercepts anyway. And then the y-axis is going to be 1/16. That's like just above the x-axis. Not drawing this to scale. And I know it's going to be a sad face. So this one's going to go this way through here. This one's going to go kind of like, it doesn't look great, but that's it. I'm going to stop the video there. I'm also going to go through other questions, but they'll be in the next video. Thanks.